Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So as you can tell, I'm looking a little different than I normally do, and that is because I am going to be doing a face chart video. So there's this amazing artist, Milk1422 on Instagram, who does all face charts. So the face chart I'm going to be recreating today is this one right here. What do you guys think? I'm kind of like super excited. I really love how this turned out. I really love this look. I think it's very cool, very summery, so I kind of put my own twist on it and tried to replicate it as best I could. So I'm pretty happy with it. I will put all the info to this person's Instagram down below because they're just an amazing artist. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so I probably look a little crazy right now because I just put on my foundation and my eyebrows, and I went for a full coverage foundation because this look is very like flawless. I wanted to cover up as many of my freckles as I could, and it was also a little bit lighter than I am right now. I didn't want to be so tan, so I do apologize for looking a little strange. We're just gonna go with it. So I'm gonna put on some lip balm just because I feel like I need some. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes with my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. So I'm just gonna put this all over my eyes because this is really gonna make the yellow stand out more. Because yellow is kind of a tricky color. It can either be very vibrant or kind of like muddy looking, I feel, in my experience. So I really want to get this white base on to really make the color pop. And then I'm just going to go over it with some of my RCMA No Color Powder and just set that down. Okay, so as I'm looking at this picture, I'm seeing that basically all she has for her eyes is like all yellow. It's basically just yellow, and it's really concentrated here, and kind of there's still a brow bone highlight over here. So we're going to start with that, and the color I'm going to be using today is a Sunflower from Morphe. This is pretty much the only color I'm going to be using because it is a bright ass yellow. So I'm just going to take this on a Wet n Wild brush, and I'm kind of going to start like in this inner area first and really concentrate a lot of the color over here. This seems to be where it is most concentrated. And then put it down on the lid too and just kind of blend it into the rest of the crease. For being such a cheap shadow, this Morphe shadow is actually very easy to blend. So I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye. I'm going to start here. Okay, so it seems like there's no white between here and the brow, so I'm really going to get this right up in the brow area as well. Leave no space there. It's kind of hard for me because I have a lot of space in between my brow and my lid. As you can see, there's like a good like inch or inch and a half there, so I'm really going to make sure I cover that up. And the shadow's like not necessarily winged out here, but just a tiny bit. It's definitely not like cut off, but it's not like overly winged out over there anyway. So leaving that kind of highlight area on the brow but not making it choppy. So now I'm going to go in and take some more yellow shadow on this same brush. I'm going to very lightly mist it with a little bit of a setting spray, and I'm going to go on the lid and kind of just like pack that on. It will actually make the color, even though it's a matte shadow, it'll make the color a little bit more vibrant and like it'll stick down better. I wouldn't do this if I wasn't putting it all over the eye, but I want to get in this area too. I'll get more in here after I put my concealer on, but for right now we'll just kind of get in that area. And now I'm going to go in with this just on my finger actually, and just pack that on all over the lid. Fingers are always the best tools, honestly. And then just go back in with the brush and blend it out. This is the perfect yellow for this too, because it's almost like the yellow in here is almost like a neon, like semi-green, and this one really is. It's not like too golden, which I really like. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the eyeliner, and then we can kind of finish up more of the eyes. So for the eyeliner, it's very like winged out and thin and fierce. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with my Starlooks pen, and then I'm just going to go in with a little bit of concealer and just clean that puppy up. And I'm just going to go over that liner with a little bit of my e.l.f. liquid liner because this stuff is pretty black. And then go in with some concealer and just clean that up once more. Okay, so before I finish up the under eyes, I want to get some concealer on. So I'm going to take a little bit of this LA Girl Pro Coverage. This is the white one, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my face because I want to have a really nice and bright under eye, because in the picture the whole skin is a little bit lighter than mine, like I said, but I do want to have some nice brightness. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer and just put this underneath my eyes because it is quite a few shades lighter than this shade of foundation. I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation, by the way, just for anybody who was wondering. This is the L'Oreal sponge. I'm trying this out for like, I've been using it like 2 days, and it's really cool. I like it. I like it a lot. It's a really amazing sponge, but like I feel like it's really amazing because it's not just like the Beauty Blender. Like it's good like the Beauty Blender, but it's not like the Beauty Blender. I don't know, does that make sense? Okay, so now I'm going to take my RCMA No Color Powder again, and I'm just going to use that to set under the eye. The only thing I don't like about this sponge is the point is very fat, so it's hard to get underneath for concealer. And I'm also just going to kind of set the rest of my face with this powder. Okay, now I'm going to go in with this white shadow. This is Porcelain from Morphe as well. I'm going to kind of use this to blend out this brow bone highlight area right here. Okay, so for the lower lashes, it looks like it's pretty much the same thing. So I'm just going to take this same brush and carefully, not like using the whole brush, I'm just going to kind of buff this out. It doesn't quite go underneath the wing, but it doesn't stop, so I'm just going to kind of lightly do that. And I'm going to go in with this little small brush right here, and I'm going to go really close and really pat down that yellow pigment. And I'm also going to get it really in this inner corner area because it definitely is there. Okay, so now something that I noticed is right here there is a little bit of a like bronze sort of shimmer. So I'm going to be taking this Morphe pigment. This is in High Class. And on this little angled brush, I'm just going to pick some of this up. And I'm just going to spray it. And I'm going to put it right in my waterline. Right in the center of the eye to begin with. And then I am going to put it underneath the lash line as well, just in that one spot. And my brush is still damp. I really like this addition because it makes it more than just a yellow sort of eye. It adds like this little bit of like summery pop. And then I also noticed that it kind of has like a gleam slash like shine to it. So I'm going to take my Ofra Beverly Hills highlighter and I'm going to mix some of this like bronzy shade, and I'm going to take some of this light shade right here, and I'm going to go back in, and I'm just going to kind of put that right in this area right here where it's a little bit lighter to give it that sort of like glimmer, like the light's hitting it right in that spot so it's not like so one-dimensional. And then in the rest of the waterline, I'm going to take my Sephora waterproof eyeliner pen, and I'm just going to put that on this part of the waterline. And I'm also going to tightline too. Okay, so we're going to move on to some lashes, and the lashes I'm going to be using today are my Huda Beauty Samantha lashes, because I don't have lashes that exactly look like these, which are very fluttery and wispy, but these ones are pretty darn close and they're kind of crazy, so I figured we would just do that, add a little extra twist to it. So for the lower lash line, I am just going to take some of this mascara and just very lightly on the tips of the lashes, I'm just going to darken them. And then I'm going to try this. I'm going to take some of the Allure Pro Lash Fine to Full Individuals. I actually really don't like these, just because they don't work very well for me, but I'm going to try to put some of these on my lower lash line, just see how it works. Okay, so my face is looking like pale as heck right now, so we're gonna fix that. I'm going to go in with my highlight and contour palette from IBY, and the model definitely has a harsh contour, so I'm going to take the shade right here first on my NARS Ita brush, and I'm really going to sculpt out that shape. I'm not going to go for natural with this at all. I'm not even worrying about natural. I'm just going in and making it look like I'm Angelina Jolie. My name is Amaya Jolie, so close enough. fun fact, Angelina Jolie actually like got super popular right after I was born, and people would always ask my mom if like she named me after her, and she's like, no, she came first. So this is what I want to look like. So really getting this in here, and I'm really gonna clean it up and bake underneath it afterwards. And it definitely is like a darker color, and then it almost gets like kind of like a yellowy sort of cool toned. I can see myself in the viewfinder. I literally look like a skeleton. It looks ridiculous. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of the second color on here and just lightly go on the temples, because you really can't see the forehead in this picture, but I don't want to look unbalanced and kind of like a ghost. So I'm just going to put a little bit right there and also use this to kind of do this. So okay, so for the nose, I'm going to take this cool contour again, mix it with a little bit of this last guy right here. And the nose contour definitely is very heavy right in this area, so I'm really going to get right there. And it kind of comes to like a rounded tip right here. I'm also going to go in with this brush and just sharpen up the contour kind of closer to my ear. Also go a little bit down here. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with one of the cream shades. I'm actually going to go with that banana shade. I'm just going to kind of put this down the center of the nose. I'm going to blend it out, don't worry. But I'm just going to do this to kind of blend everything out and make it a little bit more, I guess you could say, like sharp and precise. I'm also going to go in and blend this out. And now I'm going to go in with that same highlight and go right under the cheekbones, because there is definitely a white shadow there. I'm going to start with this yellowy color before I go in like full white. And then I am just going to go in with a little bit of the RCMA No Color Powder and just clean that up even further. I go up here and kind of create that curve. And then I'm just going to go back in and kind of blend that out. Definitely is some contouring on the jawline too. So I am just going to go in with a little bit of those contour colors and just get like right here. Okay, so to blend that all out and kind of get like in the blush area, I noticed there was almost like a yellowy sort of bronzer. So the yellowiest bronzer I had is this one from ColourPop, which is called Bon Voyage. So I'm just going to take it on this Luxie 522 brush and just kind of put it almost where I would put my blush, kind of just to create that yellowy sort of vibe. Okay, so there really isn't any highlight on this model at all, but I do want just a tiny bit, so I'm going to go in with my Essence Pure Nude Highlighter, and with an angled brush, I'm just going to, angled brush, this is a fan brush, I'm just going to lightly dust that like right here on the tops of my cheekbones, just to create like a little bit of light. Okay, so the model also has a little like black dot, which I'm going to create with black eyeshadow if I can find my black eyeshadow. And it's like right here. Okay, so now there's a little tiny thing that I'm not sure if I want to do or not, but in the inner corner of the model's eye, there's like a little white like line, and I almost kind of want to try to do that. So I'm going to take this white liner from ColourPop. It's called Exit. Okay, never mind, this liner's completely dried out. So I'm actually just going to take a little bit of the white concealer, changing the game here, and I'm just going to go right on this inner corner and just kind of like a line. And I'm just going to kind of clean that up with the yellow shadow. Okay, so now for the lips. They used a black lipstick, so I'm going to take Bull Chic from ColourPop. I'm going to wipe off my lips, and I'm just going to go right in with this. Okay, so I have that base on, and now I'm going to go back into the picture. I don't know if you guys can see, but it kind of like swoops out. So I'm going to go in and actually use my liner to do that. See if this works. I have a feeling it's going to be a little tricky, but I'm just going to go in with a bit of foundation. I'm just going to clean that up because you can see it's kind of a hot mess right now. Okay, so the tricky part about this is there are two yellow lines right down the lips. So the best way that I can think to do this is to take the NYX thing and draw a line, clean it off. And then I'm going to go on the upper lip and just mirror that. And then I'm going to go in with this yellow shadow, really get a lot on there, wet it. So I'm just going to take a little bit of clear gloss, and this is the final step. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this, it's just like some random clear gloss. I'm just going to set it and forget it. So that is it for this look, you guys. I hope you guys liked it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought of this video. How cool is this? Do you guys think you like this sort of like face chart, artsy sort of video, or if I should kind of just stick to the regular makeup, because I'll do either. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Hey, what's up everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video is going to be my very first anti-haul. I'm pretty excited to